Right then, lads. I did a video the other day going over just a basic rifle setup, and I was trying to get the point across that you don't have to be spending a ton of money on all different mad little gadgets like your lasers and your magnifiers and your little grip wraps and your camo tape and fucking all that type of stuff anyway, right? And I feel like I didn't really get the point across, so what I've done is I've got a couple of little pictures together, right? And I'm not trying to take the piss out of you, it's just some examples. I've got some examples of bad setups, I'll say, sorry, and some good setups, in my opinion, obviously. I've got my iPad here, so I know which ones I'm talking about when I get them up on the video. Right, so I've got the pictures up here, I'll have them on the screen, and I'll get the most offensive ones out of the way first. Right, so this one I'm looking at here, I don't understand why he's done this at all, but he's got two red dots on there. In fact, a fake ACOG, Umarex ACOG, and what looks like to be a fake Ultra Dot Pan AV. Absolutely no need to do that. Don't know why he's done it. See, if you're into actual firearms, if you're into guns, then you don't do this type of stuff. You get laughed at. You get laughed at, right? It's, I know they're air guns, but look, this is just crazy, boys. You don't need to be doing this. I don't understand what I'm looking at, right? Don't do that. Stick to one. You know, with that money that you spent on the 2 days together, you might have been able to get a decent one. You know what I mean? No need for that. Anyway, right. So this next one I'm looking at here. Again, it seems to be a fake Ultra Dot Pan AV type red dot, but he's got his iron sights in front of it. And obviously I mentioned that in my video the other day. You don't really want to be doing that. It messes up the sights somehow, I don't know. You can go and look it up. Anyway, he's got his iron sights in front of his red dot, as I said. Again, this torch is mounted way too far back. That suppressor is going to take up half of your torch, I bet you, right? And not only that, he's going to have to break his firing grip to get that torch on. So it's just, it's not really practical. I do like the paracord on the stock though, so points for you there. But yeah, just this stuff just doesn't happen. You just don't do it. Right, see, look, some of this stuff, yeah, is just crazy. He's got two red dots, yeah. You don't need two red dots. They probably take different batteries as well. I'm not, like, I don't know, but I think they take different, they look like they take different batteries. They might not, anyway. Two red dot sights. This one here looks like it's on two mounts as well. Doesn't need to be done. Again, his torch is mounted way too far back. Looks to have a laser as well. So the thing is with lasers, yeah, you don't really use them for during the daytime. You don't use the visible laser. What you usually use a laser for is night vision, because it's got an infrared laser that you can use with your night vision, that you can only see with the night vision on. Yeah. So when I see lasers like this, it makes me cringe. I don't like it. But yeah, the two red dots is a fuckery. I don't know what he's doing here, but listen, sorry lads, I've just got to point it out. And then here, look, this is actually a shop in the UK selling it. Yeah, and they're trying to bundle you up with, again, one of these fake Ultra Dot Pan AVs and a sling and a grip, which together look like you could buy them for 25 quid on Amazon. I don't know how much they're charging for that, but yeah, this is someone selling it in the UK. So look, my Crossman R1 cost me about 320 quid, right? And these Ultra Dot Pan AVs, the real ones, are 199.95, right? $200. Obviously, I'm British, so you'd have to find out what that is in pounds. But yeah, $200. So you're not really paying much extra just to get a proper red dot sight, one that'll actually last and work. Obviously, these are quite old, but I kind of like them. But yeah, if you just put a bit of money aside, boys, you can have a nice setup. Yeah. And then look, right. This is why I go on about fake EOTechs and that, because Lantac UK, right, if you go on their website, 530 quid for the proper EOTech, yeah, and that's an old one, yeah. When you're going online and you're paying 40 quid for the EOTech, you're not getting that quality at all. You're nowhere near that quality. You're basically buying nothing, yeah. Whereas if you just put a bit of money aside, you'll have something that will last. It's just crazy to me, man, how there's so many air gunners out there, but you're not tuned into actual firearms stuff. It blows me mind. So here we go. Here's some red dots that I actually can recommend for you to buy. Hawk Vantage red dot. Obviously, I've got one of these. They are lovely. Obviously, they're not too expensive. I think they are actually made for air guns, but it's a nice bit of kit. And look, about 90 quid. Yeah, it's worth the money to buy. Here's one as well. These Bushnell TRS 25s, cheapest chips. Yeah, 99 quid. Decent stuff. Yeah, it's about a quarter of the price of some of these air guns that you're buying, and it's worth it to put the money down to know that you're gonna have something that will last you, and something that's actually worth buying for the money you pay for it. So look, a couple of these air guns that I see could be fixed by just putting things in the right places. This one at the top here, that's lovely. If that red dot was just on the upper receiver instead of on the handguard, that'd be lovely. I can't say much for the optic, I don't know what it is, but you know, if that was just put in a different place, it'd be alright. So here's some examples of some actually decent setups. This Crossman R1 here, Mike Smith on YouTube. Obviously go and subscribe to Mike Smith. His Crossman R1's nice. He's got his suppressor, he's got his grip, he's got his scope, he's got his stock. But look, nothing's in the way. That's usable. I'm hoping that's a 1 to something LPVO that he's got there, but that's lovely. Yeah, you can use that. Anyone could pick that up and know how it works. There's another one as well. Razor Tech air guns. I like this guy. His channel's good stuff. Go and subscribe to him. And he's got a website as well. This is fucking beautiful. Yeah. If I pick this up now, I know for a fact I'll be able to use this. This build is so intuitive. Look, there's nothing in the way at all. There's no fucking gadgets that he doesn't need. Yeah. You could do with putting a torch up. Go and get an Inforce torch. Go and get an Inforce torch there. Mr. Razor Tech air guns. Go and get that, lad. And you'll be fucking flying. The stock, lovely. Magpul grip, it's looking like. I think that's is that a BCM foregrip. Lovely. Yeah, nothing in the way. Easy to use. Good stuff. Here's another one as well. If this EOTech stuff's real, fucking lovely. There's just is that a dye-free co-grip as well? Lovely that. Look, boys, there's just a difference when you see these air guns, yeah, and you see bad setups and you see good setups. There's a difference. Bad setups look messy. Good setups like this. Again, obviously I don't know whose gun this is, but he's got a Sig Romeo 5, it's looking like. You know, it's set up properly, BCM foregrip. It's looking like a Magpul grip there. Is that BCM stock? Might be. But it's lovely, you know. This type of stuff, this is what you want to be doing. If you go and look at proper AR-15s and proper air guns for that matter, I see all sorts of air guns where they're just messy. But look, this is lovely. Yeah, it needs a torch, but it is what it is. So I just say to you, obviously, you don't have to listen to me. Spend your money how you want. Everyone's going to do their own thing, but I suggest you spend your money wisely. Buy stuff you can rely on. Buy stuff that's worth the price. Anyway, God bless.